Right. Well, let's see if I can get that lucky going on the second path. Now we go for the green. Been traveling through. You've been traveling through a cave network for a time now. Rigid stones, a welcome respite from the eerie organic infrastructure you've been encountering. Also proving an unwelcome respite from friend-making. Maybe it would be too much for hope that this cabin would be home for another friend. Maybe leaving the city was a mistake. Maybe. These dark tunnels are completely devoid of... Oh, hang on, there's a bunch of buildings in the distance. Oh, hello. I thought you were one of my girls, but you don't look like a jade. Or anything, actually. How strange. You convey your usual spiel regarding your circumstances. Lost, lonely, and ribs are still broke. Honestly, the ribs are fine. You just need friends. I see. My responsibility is to my jades and the mother grub. I can't make any promises of friendship just yet. But you do look like you need someone to take care of you. Here, in the brooding caverns, we follow a few simple rules. Don't invite drama from up top down below. Protect the mother grub. We have no hierarchy, but do what I say. Let's do everything we can to keep our current record of dozens of sweeps without any jades being cold. You have no idea what half of that meant, but you nod your head in agreement anyway. Good, I'll take you to our hive. Follow me. You follow her to our hive, which looks like a school, or a dormitory. Multiple rooms and floors. Usually more of us are around. I suppose everyone's out watching the Imperial drones arrive with pails. Oh, girls, we have a visitor to our cavern. Do not be alarmed by their appearance. They're harmless and quite weak. Do not give them more injuries than they have. Our visitor deserves a warm jade blood welcome. She claps her hands. No one else is around, but you stand to attention and give her a thumbs up to show you read her loud and clear. You know, she calls you visitor, not friend, but that's okay. You can do whatever it takes until you've upgraded from visitor to friend, or at least charity case. I follow her upstairs as she stops the room on the second floor. When you step into it, you have to clap your hand over your mouth to keep from gagging over the revolting sight. There are big, baby-sized, larva-looking things all over the floor, squirming around and crying, and inchworming out of kiddie pools of slime. This is our nursery. Most of the wigglers are sick or injured, so we look after them here till they're well enough to go back out into the cavern, spin their cocoon. She looks shifty all of a sudden, giving you some side-eye, like she's sizing you up. You also try and look very not threatening and also trustworthy. Keep this nursery on the down low. It's, not against the law, per se, but something of a break with tradition to save any grub instead of, just letting them die. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure why we do it. I guess it just feels right to take care of them. Same way I take care of my jades. Nursery, look again with new information. I mean, I guess you kinda can see it. Can't believe any one of those things grew up to. And, something that looks like Bronya? But it's an alien planet, so who knows? She takes you over to a shelf that seems to hold medicine. Not sure what can be done for your ribs, and she has alien tech. But when she starts going through the cabinet, you don't see anything high-tech like what fixed your arm. Guess most of what we have is stuff for the wigglers. I'm not sure, I'm not familiar enough with your anatomy to know if it'll help. But if you're not completely sure how to do something, best to try anyway. Even if you fail, everyone can still learn. Maybe you won't fail, you never know. Go for it. My ribs are already broken. What's the harm? Okay, come here. I'll lift up your shirt so we can get to the injury. Yeah, turn the part that's all bloody and horrifying towards me. That's something that looks like ointment? Maybe? Shade of bright green, similar to the slime. Also seems to glow. Seems like there's nothing wrong about applying it to the skin. Despite your optimism, the second she rubs it on your skin, you feel searing hot pain like you just got doused with poison. You flinch. Momentum carries you too far and you step or trip on something. Cartwheel your arms, but it's no use. You're going down. You feel something soft and squishy break your fall, and you hear a terrible squelch. Oh god. You've fallen right onto one of the wigglers. You roll off of it, but it's no use. It's squished flat, and you're covered in olive blood. You look up to see her horrified face, and know that there's no hope for friendship in those eyes. You might want to run before I throw you out the window and break the rest of your bones. Jesus Christ. Alright, so I didn't get that one off the go. Alright, fast forward. Oh, well, if you're sure you don't want healing. I was worried, though. You seem like you need help. Wish I could offer you more. If I can't take care of someone, I'm not sure how we can ever truly be friends. Try and cheer up, pointing out that friendship's a two-way street. Doesn't have to concern herself with my mutilated frame. How can I help instead? Well, sure, there are things I need. help with. However, don't take this the wrong way. We've only just met. I'm not sure you're as responsible. You try and think of times in your life when you've been considerate or competent. I'm drawing a blank, but hey, new planet, new me. I guess if you want to prove you can be responsible, I can let you help. Nah, can let you help me today. Good time for a visit to the Mother Grub. You're careful to step around all the little guys on the floor as you head out. Takes you back outside, and these caverns are even bigger than you first realized. Also dark, cold, and gloomy. Does she really live down here? My conversation, this cold hike, and damp cab. You mentioned that living underground seems kind of depressing. You realize it wasn't really tactful, but she doesn't get angry at your conversational gambit. Oh no, it's, peaceful down here. At least in comparison to elsewhere. I enjoyed it. Brooding caverns are a place for life and birth, not death. That's pretty uncommon, actually. Before you can ask her, you reach the top of a ridge and get a new, wider view of the cavern. It's enormous, probably the size of a small city. All over the cave floor, you see more wigglers everywhere. Cocoons line the walls, and larger stalactites with some young trolls crawling out of them. Walking, flying, and crawling among them are young trolls, a variety of white monsters, all shapes and sizes. In the center of the cavern there is... You don't know how to describe it. It looks like a many-legged queen, bug of some kind, with a goat-shaped skull and horn coming out of her head. She lays a continuous stream of hundreds of eggs from which you assume the wigglers will hatch. Marching through all this, you see several hulking bipeds, each carrying 2 buckets, either to or away from the Mother Grub. They look armed and move like regimented troops, soldiers. You're instinctively terrified. This is where the magic happens. By that I mean the continuation of our species. Jade Bloods, like myself, are entrusted with looking after the process, which is a very special job. The Imperial drones carry vital pails of genetic material to Mother Grub. She lays the eggs that hatch new grub broods. After the wrigglers emerge, the new trolls go through the trials, and the ones that make it will be selected by Lucis. Together, the trolls and Luci will go up to the surface, where the trolls grow up or get cold or whatever. As she explains it, one of the drones veers sharply to the left, and in the process tramples over a few wigglers. Drone continues on, but several of the Luci cry out, crowding around their dead or injured. One of them, a gigantic beast that resembles a bison, bellows and rears up on its legs, hitting one of the other Luci with its hoof. Oh, not again. Whenever a Lucai goes rogue out of grief or confusion, there's potential for it to lash out at other Lucai, the Wigglers, or the Mother Grub. Jadebloods cannot let that happen. She looks concerned, a marked contrast to how confident she seemed before now. You offered to help her out earlier. It seems like now's the right chance. Someone has to stop it. Fight the monster. Save the day. The bison continues to cause quite a ruckus. The other Lucai have now gone riled up too, with some of them trying to gather wigglers to keep them out of the harm's way. Seems like it could turn into a monster stampede. And they're close to the grub's vulnerable abdomen. Not great. Not great at all. Fighting a monster single-handed seems like a daunting first step in friendship, but you tell her you are responsible. You square your shoulders, tell her that she has nothing to worry about. You're going to stop it, calm down the rest, and protect the mother grub. Well there, I was going to suggest that I go after it while you stay here. You seem weak and fragile, even without your injuries. I don't want you to get hurt more. I'm not sure I trust anyone else to take the lead. You are sure it's no sweat for you. You're down to take it. You take down raging bison back on your home planet all the time. You're known for it. Well, if you say it's not your first rope gallop exhibition, I'll believe you. I'll hang back and give you a shot. If it gets overwhelming, I'm right here. Caring for the mother grub is responsibility, S.J. Blood. I'd never abandon a friend to deal with a mess on their own. Hell yes, now you have reason to hope. You approach the rampaging bison with caution. Do all bison have horns like this? Maybe they do. You're no expert. But you're pretty sure they don't have teeth, all that nasty. Bison on Earth mostly eat grass, don't they? This guy doesn't seem like a herbivore. At first, you try and calm him down by talking. Your words have no effect. In fact, I think it might have just made it angrier. You're not even sure it can understand you, come to think of it. You circle around it, wishing you had some kind of lasso. Maybe you could herd it away from the mother grub. Look around to see if any of the other Lucai look vaguely enough to earth shepherd dogs. It's about to charge. You can only think of one thing. Desperation, you leap forward and tackle it, doing everything you can with your human body to drag it to its side. Half works. You plow into it and stop it in its tracks. But it topples over onto the nest of wigglers, taking you down. Everything's in chaos. You're trapped beneath the bison, which is very worrying for all your body parts. It might feel something rupture. But hey, on the bright side, bison's protecting you from the rest of the pissed off Lucai. A crowd of beasts around you scatter and you hear her. Oh, where's a bronze blood when you need one? You don't know what that means, but you're grateful she's trying to help. You communicate it, but it comes out garbled from the blood in your mouth. Maybe don't speak or move. You experience a sinking feeling that could be related to your diminishing odds of impressing her and becoming friends. Either way, it's tough to feel optimistic. But before you can give in, you hear other voices. Your view is blocked by the mass of bison flesh on you. Finally, I was wondering where you all went to. Let's work together, girls. You two grab his horns. The rest of you come around to its backside so we could push it without getting kicked. Pressure and pain in your chest briefly spike in an instant as the weight shifts. Crisis is not over. The other leaves are still agitated. Get down there and try to calm them. Protect the mother. You try and lift yourself to see what's going on. But putting any weight on your arms makes you feel like maybe all your bones are gone. Feel strong hands propping you up gently, and now your head is in her lap. You try and focus on how this is a nice place for your head to be and less on the pain. This is not good. I don't know if they can reach the stampede in time, and the mother grub could be injured, not to mention all the wigglers. Oh no. You didn't think this could get worse? But now you see several drones about to leave. All the noise and chaos. Yeah, good thing. Maybe they could instill order. Fuck, they're gonna kill everyone! She scrambles to her feet, in the process letting your head whack the floor. Your vision swims, but you can still make out the drones firing indiscriminately at the Lucii, the Gribs, the Wigglers, and the Jades. Oh shit. Laser beam skims the side of the mother grub. This massive midsection. Her scream is so loud that the ceiling shakes and stalactites shake loose, falling on drones and Lucii and Wigglers. Total catastrophe. Bronya seems paralyzed by the chaos, looking from her Jades to the mother, but she's not sure who to help. Can't believe the worst disaster ever. It's all because I thought I could sit back and let someone else be responsible. If I were less secure, I could let this moment plant a seed of self-doubt. I could chalk it up to you to be really fucking stupid. You shrink under the weight of her glaze. It's green in the face from how angry she is. Are you serious right now? No, I do not want to be friends with anyone who recklessly endangers anyone else. You killed them. All of them. Well, I fucked that one up too. Alright. Well, we'll just skip through all this because we've done it before. You're a coward. You definitely don't like the idea of wading into a monster fight. Not even to save the life mother of your friend's species. In fact, you don't like that she's focused on protecting all these helpless toddlers. Instead of taking care of you, You stammer out that you don't think you could take on any monster. In fact, you just felt another pain of ribs. You might be blacking out. Her face turns in your direction as you start to swoon. She catches you before you hit the ground. Your heart flutters. You look up at her serious face and she looks like such a mom, but also such a friend, like some combination of those concepts. Yikes, you don't look good. I can't leave you here alone when you're in bad shape. Maybe I could carry you on my back while I try and stop the Lucis. Your heart flutters, turn to pinpricks of alarm. That sounds dangerous for you. You try and think of what you can say to dissuade her. Something other than, I think you should ignore the helpless babies in favor of holding me in your strong arms. But before you can speak, you hear a commotion behind her. She turns over her shoulder, and her face sags with relief. Yes, the rest are here. You should know what to do. You've taken care of crisis before. Of course, I'm usually here to help, but you crane your neck. You just glimpse a crowd of trolls corralling the rogue Lucis away from the mother grub, while the others calm the remaining ones and sweep up any wrigglers left in the way. Looks like I needn't worry. I'm more than capable of stepping in when I'm occupied. I'm so proud. Take this opportunity to compliment her on what a good leader she is. She beams at you and sets you carefully down on the cavern. This could have gone badly. I'm glad I didn't make the wrong choice when I stayed to help you instead of rushing off. Just goes to show, sometimes the best thing you can do for the group is take care of the weakest person in it. I kind of want to object to being called the weakest, but you did just fake a fainting spell for attention, so maybe now isn't the best time. Instead, you thank her sincerely for sticking by your side. Till you watch as order is restored. Even with your injuries, you feel close to content and quite hopeful about how this is progressing. You notice that at your side, several wigglers are blindly squirming around, confused and crying. Some young trolls here too, looking around all lost and barefoot. Not sure if they're loose I ran off with the others, or if these little guys are orphans. Now that you're seeing them in the natural light, they look less like maggots, and they're even kind of cute. You can see why Bronya would want to take care of them. One of the smaller ones has somehow flipped himself over and unable to right on himself, his legs wavering in the air while he cries. Trying to be careful, you reach out to scoop him up and cradle him to your chest, rocking him back and forth. Wow, you have a strong, nurturing instinct. I think he likes you. You almost look like you could be his Lucis, or a Jade Blood. You're pleased that she approves of your caretaking display. You point out with his cough that he seems to be having a problem breathing. Good observation. You're really a natural at taking care of others, aren't you? Some people find that nurturing ability to be very attractive in a potential friend. But as for the Wiggler, this is definitely not a good sign. I'm surprised none of the other drones have noticed he's sick. If we leave him here, he'll be cold. She takes the Wiggler from you, and you're more than happy to hand him over, considering that you have no idea what to do with a sick baby that's, well, alien. Also, your ribs make holding it kind of painful. She holds it carefully with perfect ease, just like you'll hope she'll cradle your new friendship in its infancy. Once she feels assured that the Jades have the situation under control, You take the Wiggler back to the nursery. You hover around uselessly while she sets up some kind of crib with slime. You're concerned when she takes the Wiggler and submerges it under the slime because, well, he already can't breathe. Now you're gonna drown it? The soaper should help strengthen him and soothe his sorrow. When he gets healthy again, I'll take him back to the cavern and set him free. But he's so small, it's unlikely he'll survive or be selected. You hate to see her look sad. You try and be sympathetic, mentioning your observation that this whole system set up with all this seems pretty brutal. What? Oh no, I would never suggest. It's just how it works. It's fine, it's fine. Trials are how trolls prove that they're strong. It's only weak. Yeah, it's only right for the weak to be cold. It's the purpose of us to ensure the continuation of our species, consequently the hemospectrum. We're not revolutionists. No, we're meant to do our jobs, keep our heads down, keep things running. I'd never presume to question the basic tenets of Alternian society. I'd bring negative attention from the highbloods. I just want to keep my kind safe. You look around, and all these injured or undeveloped regulars that Bronya was apparently supposed to let die. You think it might not be true, that she doesn't question the way it works. She's looking at you like she's scared you'll call her out on it. You try and salvage this. Did you say that calling Wigglers sounded brutal? You meant neutral. You feel 100% neutral, neither committed to culling or revolution. Yeah, neutral is how I feel. What a good word to describe. Yes, neutral. Did I mention that keeping this nursery isn't technically illegal? Because it isn't technically? No reason for any of Treese's drones to come investigating. And if any do come knocking, we have nothing to hide. Nothing borderline revolutionary, nothing within these walls, nope. She laughs nervously and looks around, like making sure there's no drones nearby. You feel bad for how nervous she is. You didn't mean to freak her out. You tell her that she sounds super convincing, and why shouldn't she? Clearly telling the truth. If you were a drone, you would definitely be satisfied right now with how clearly law-abiding and neutral she is. Thank you. It means a lot. You cast about for something to change the subject dimension. Your ribs feel a little better. Her face brightens, and she lifts up your arm gently so she can touch the injured part of your torso. You shiver and wonder if her touch has healing properties. I'm glad to hear that. I don't like it when my friends suffer. Your heart leaps. You look up, scarcely allowing yourself to hope. Could it be, or was she just making a general statement? If you're not in pain anymore, hopefully that means your injuries will heal soon. I'll take care of you until then, my friend. You're overcome. Your eyes fill with tears. She smiles at you and squeezes your hand. Friendship.